Hello, welcome back to another episode of Comic World's Minecraft, no, not Minecraft, Hytale survival series now, actually. So we are continuing our next Hytale adventure. Oh, there's a snake. Yeah, I need to take care of this snake because we really had a very bad experience with snakes before. No flashback, by the way. So yeah, in this episode, I am very eager to try out these new weapons that I got from the goblins in the last episode. And in this episode, we actually have one main objective, that is to craft the thorium ore and explore the zone 2. That's my main objective. Alright. So these weapons, is it any good or bad? I don't know, but I have to test it anyway. And one of the best way to test it with is none other than the fan stalker. Here, I will see a fan stalker here any minute now. Yep. Yeah, fan stalker are quite a troublesome mob in this game. They are pretty much better than like the zombie or the skeletons that we usually see. You see, fan stalker are really fast and they are really a force to reckon with. So I try to use this mace thing, and then it only took, I think, 2 swings. Yeah, it only took 2 swings to take out the fan stalker. So I think the weapon is pretty good, except for the attack speed, of course. Then I immediately cooked the fan stalker meat, and I ate the meat. Yeah, I ate the meat. Next, I had to take care of the snakes, of course. So I take care of the snakes, and then I suddenly remember I can actually craft some alchemist workbench. So I craft it. Then I explored the various things that I can craft with this thing, and then I find that there's some bombs thing that we can craft here. So I craft a lot of this cherry bomb thing. I have to put it to the test. And the next thing I do was I said goodbye to my neighboring Quebec warriors here. They're pretty cute, don't you think? Yeah, they're my only friends here for now. And then I set up to do my quest. On the way to Zone 2, I found the perfect sample to test my newly crafted bombs on. And the bombs, they really don't satisfy me. Look at that, they barely do any damage, and all of the bombs isn't even enough to finish off a spider. So I had to use my mace in order to finish him off. So I wasn't very satisfied by the performance of the bombs. Next, I caught the attention of a bear, and the bear chased me. And like, one hit from this bear could be fatal for me in this point. Okay, I only have like half HP left. So I take out my trusted crossbow and then load up all the arrows that I have. And then now the predator become the prey. I quickly take out the bear and collected the loot. Next, I found these 2 wandering skeletons, and it took just 1 swing from the weapons to take them out. So I think the weapon is pretty impressive if used correctly. Next, I tested the weapons on a spider again, and this time I noticed that it's not built for speed, so I would have a troublesome to deal with these speedy enemies. I noticed I have to use the ultimate, so I tested the ultimate on these poor ships, and it doesn't disappoint. I wish I could have used third-person view to view like how the character is flying. Anyway, now I have reached my destination, to the Zone 2. Welcome to Zone 2. As this is a new zone for me, all the animals are pretty much new. That's why I'm pretty much collecting all the new memories from each of the animals from here. And even the new skeletons. These skeletons are pretty much the variant from this Zone 2. And I don't think they are pretty much special, but anyway, it is good to see them in a new form. So from this zone, I have to collect every single new animal's memory I can find. And With that said, with the new animals, it also comes a new type of enemy. Those are this Scarab Seeker. They shot us with this venom type thing, and it is very deadly. But luckily, I do have this trusty crossbow, so that I can take them out easily. The next enemy I face is this scorpion. They doesn't pose so much of a threat because I have my weapons, this crossbow, which is really good. And now I finally know the name of this place, which is called Badlands, and I think it lived up to its name. This place is pretty more dangerous than our previous stage. Then I met with these two cool looking skeletons. They have their daggers and I think they're really cool. And I wonder if they could use the dagger ability that we have as a player. But nonetheless, these guys are really cool to look at. While I was exploring these mountainous regions, I came across this pink flamingo. I'm not sure whether it is their natural habitat or not, but I'm surprised to see a pink flamingo in this place, and it also drops a red feather. Next, I explored this cave, which is located on the mountain, and I thought that this mountain would provide me with some really good loots and some new animals and stuff. But these caves just end up having these basic enemies that I have already met, and at the end it's just a dead end, so there's nothing to explore anymore. And plus, it doesn't possess anything good except for this new type of animal, cobra. So I just went back on again. I think Zone 2 have pretty interesting animals category, such as this armadillo, and especially these very cool looking rams. I think they are really cool. They definitely pack a punch, but not to me because I use crossbow. Another interesting creature we can find in this zone is the hyenas here. I think the hyenas are the wolf equivalents of this zone. They sometimes hunt in pack. They look really menacing. Look at their face, it's scary. Next, I went on to fight with these skeleton patrols, and during this fight, we were joined by a Scarab Seeker poison, and this Scarab Seeker are really scary. Look at them. If I didn't have my ability here, I would have died here. Even then, the poison effect is really deadly. So I got another attack. I was nearly out. I had to fight it fiercely. I had to eat meat constantly in order to keep my life. It was a scary moment. So it is very wise to always prepare the crossbow for any situation. Then I opened up a map and find some interesting places there. So I decided to go there. And I was right. This place is really amazing. Even from afar, this looks stunning to look at. So I quickly packed up my things and decided to go there slowly and steadily. Since this place is packed with flying enemies, I have to take extra care in order not to attract their attention. And all of a sudden I found my objective, the Thorium ore, so I quickly mined it out and continue my exploration. This place is filled with this black water thing which I don't really like going around. Then I have to fend off against these void larvae. These are really tricky to get rid of. Then I found a mineshaft area in the vicinity, so I quickly went there to see what this place can offer me. Here we enter the mineshaft of the Zone 2. The structure is pretty much similar to the mineshaft in the previous zone. However, I think the mineshaft is a lot deeper here, and there are a lot more loot in here, and I got a lot of it. The first enemy we face in here is this new type of archer with the blue cloth. These are pretty cool and not very difficult to deal with. And the skeleton that I'm particularly interested in is the skeleton with the spears. They have this attack pattern, before they attack, they evade first. And then this makes it very confusing for me to shoot them with the crossbow. And I think it's really cool, very cool addition attack pattern. Other than that, inside this structure, all I did was looting the chest and defeating a bunch of enemies over and over again. Sometimes it is a bit overwhelming when too many enemies appears in front of me when I wandering the cave. Sometimes it is pretty straightforward because they are just standing there being not able to come here, so I just shot them with my crossbow one after one. After looting for several minutes, I noticed that my inventory is full with stuffs like such as thoriums and cobalt, so I decided to return to the surface. Don't even touch this scarab egg because they literally spawn a scarab baby, and I couldn't make myself finish it off, so I just let it go. If you know me, you know me. I'm so terrible at navigating such caves, so I had to resort to any possible methods I can in order to reach the surface again. And I climbed and climbed and climbed and finally reached the surface. Let's go. When I reached to the surface, I did the most foolish decision in the series. I was so greedy that I decided to explore to the nearest structure because clearly I'm very greedy and didn't even notice that my inventory is already full. So I went on. Upon reaching the castle, I immediately realized that this won't be as easy as the previous structure because I won't have the natural protection of the structure. And I was right. I was immediately greeted by lots of mobs. And before I could even mine out like most of the loot inside the structure, I was attacked. Brutally so. Very brutally so that I nearly lost to a single speared skeleton. And then I have to run for my life. My heart was racing, and so I decided not to do this castle anymore. When all things are calming down, I finally decided that it is time to go back to home. So I take the long journey back home. On my way back home, to my delight, I found a vein of thorium on the bottom of the mountain. And I was very happy, so I immediately dig them up and collect all the thorium ores. After which, I continue my journey back home through this dense jungle of mobs. It was kind of fun to go through this field, like being chased by mobs all around me. Then I traveled through desert, swamp, and into the forest. And once I am in the plains biome again, I found a very good news, which is the horses. I'm so glad to have found horses again. Not only that, I also brought my carrots. So it is perfect opportunity for me to tame a horseback and take it back to my home. So I immediately rode back on the horseback and take my journey home with my companion now. I'm no longer alone. My horse is fast and very good at navigating the world. We took our journeys together, take the loots together, continuing our journey through my home. On the way, I have to stop by at the nearest temple again in order to store all the memories I have collected. So I went there with my horse, but unfortunately I can't enter while riding on the horseback, so I have to get off, and then tragedy happens. I think I accidentally hit my horse with my pickaxe here, and the horse was so scared that it even lost the taming effect now. I tried to chase the horseback, trying to calm it down. However, it was no use. The horse is gone. It never wants to come back to me anymore. How many times I have tried. So I was there alone, looking at my partner who has left me. Anyway, let's get into the temple, shall we? So this temple portal is actually guarded by a golem. So I feel the need to take down this golem to grief for my horse. So I take it down. Then I enter the portal, store all the memories I have collected. And make my way back to my home. This time, I'm all alone again, without any companion. After a long journey, I finally arrived back at home. Nothing feels better than a warm welcoming home. Upon arriving, I immediately smelled all the essential ores I have collected in the journey. Then I stacked up all the golden chests I have acquired in the journey as a display of trophy. I think it's pretty good. And with that, our episode have come to an end. So in this episode, I was expecting more thorium ores than cobalts since we were exploring the zone 2. However, to my surprise, we're actually getting more cobalt than the thorium that we are searching for, which is a nice surprise. Anyhow, that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed this video, and as well as the other videos that I have made in this series. This episode in particular, I have put a lot of effort in, so I really hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time.